Hey YouTube, this is Dave with smartplanners.com. Today I put together a real simple PowerPoint presentation about the basics of an underground irrigation system. Some people are a little baffled to how it all works, but it's actually very simple. Now, for this application here, I'm going to assume that we're tapped into a public water system, and the first component is going to be a deduct water meter. Now this is optional, but what it does is it measures the amount of water the irrigation system uses and it deducts it from your sewer bill. So over time, it'll eventually pay for itself. The next component is going to be a backflow prevention valve. Now this is something that you must have, and the reason being is if the public water system ever lost pressure, fertilizers, pesticides, whatever's in your yard isn't going to go backwards into the public water system and contaminate your neighbors down the street. So it's a must-have. Next, it goes to the underground portion of the system, which is composed of control valves, your lateral lines, and then your sprinkler heads. Now for this example here, I'm just going to use 2 zones, but a small residential property might have 5-6 zones, commercial property 50-60 zones. Now, each of these zones, each of these control valves is controlled by a timer, which basically just a small computer that schedules when and how long you want each zone to irrigate for. So let's say you want to have your lawn watered Tuesday at 6 o'clock in the morning, and you want zone 1 to irrigate for 15 minutes. The timer is going to send a low voltage current to the first zone, zone 1, to that control valve. The current opens the control valve, allows water to flow through the lateral lines, and thereby pushing the sprinkler heads up out of the ground, which obviously waters your lawn. Now, after 15 minutes, the timer stops sending current to the control valve, which shuts the water off for that zone, and the sprinkler heads retract back into the ground. And then the program continues. It goes to zone 2, and it's set to water that zone for 15 minutes. And it's basically it. An irrigation system is actually very simple. There's not much to it. And hopefully this takes some of the mystery out of it and gives you a little bit of understanding of how it works. I'm Dave with smartplanners.com.